187 days ago, 17 second chancers re-entered the Big Brother house to right the wrongs of the past. And now only 3 remain: Grace, Caroline, and Tony. Grace started the game with a huge target on her back and has continuously recovered from attempts to evict her.
Excuse me? But what? I don't appreciate that. Plain and simple.
Honestly, this is what you get. This is what you get when you throw my name out. I might have exposed myself by winning that comp, but I don't care. I can fight like hell for a veto. I can fight like hell for an HOH if I have to. I'm feeling a shift in power, and Drake, you're about to feel it too.
Tony has used flawless social play to avoid getting evicted by the final 3 without winning one competition.
Technique. On a lighter note, y'all, the biscuits are rolling.
Caroline began the game as an underdog, but became a major comp threat as she aided in flipping the house.
So like this new thing where we all of a sudden start out the game by backdooring people. I'm kind of digging it. Whatever, we'll see.
I don't know.
Well, Maddie can have it however she wants it. That's just life.
Let's break it right here.
Bye.
3 remain. Only 1 can win.
I'm sorry.
Alright, Lauren, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Thank you for playing.
Final 3, y'all.
We're all just like really mentally and physically exhausted.
Dream.
Yeah.
He is me.
Alright, congratulations on making it to the final 3, all 3 of you. Here's how the first part of the last HOH competition is gonna work. You'll each have to score 1 free throw, run over here, knock down 1 coup brick, run over there, knock down your pile of bricks with a beanbag. First one to knock down all their bricks continues to part 3 of the final HOH competition.
Wait, we just knocked down 1.
Just knock down 1. Yep, make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, line up at the free throw. Final HOH begins in 3, 2, 1, go! So Tony and Grace on the floor. Stay behind the bricks, Caroline. Very good over here. Grace. Caroline has it. Caroline had it first.
Yay.
Caroline, you will move on to part 3 of the final
Nice
HOH
job, girl.
competition.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Congratulations. All right, y'all go wait in the living room while we get part 2 ready.
Honestly, I don't think Grace and Tony are gonna choose each other, so I think I'm good either way. I'm gonna go.
All right, Grace and Tony, you are competing to be in the final part of the final HOH competition. You have to take these puzzle pieces and build them into a cube. It's gonna be 3 by 3 by 3. Okay, now I know. When I say go, go. Okay? You ready? In 3, 2, 1, begin.
If I ever did speaking, this is that one. If I ever did speaking.
Alright, Grace has it. Okay? So it'll be Grace and Caroline in the final part of the HOH competition. First to 4 points wins. Okay, I'll ask questions about the game and the answer will be a number or a name. You run, hit my hand, guess. If you're wrong, go back, touch your chair, and kind of keep coming and guessing again. Okay? First question. Who went out on the first unanimous vote?
Alexis.
Nope.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you can guess.
Oh, God. Who's unanimous? Unanimous?
To 0.
Haley.
Nope.
Go back and forth.
Keep guessing, yo.
It's Grace first.
Yeah, Grace first.
Tip.
Nope.
I don't know. First unanimous. What's his name? Grayson?
No.
Mitch?
No.
Was it Maddie?
Touch your chair.
Brandon.
No.
Literally.
See if we can name the whole cast.
Literally, that's what I feel like I'm doing.
Okay, it's-
Rebecca.
No.
Grayson.
No.
I don't even know.
Is this person this irrelevant?
Sorry.
Greg?
No.
Am I literally that stupid? Kip?
What?
I'm literally naming.
Who is it?
You can't say.
Madison?
No. Oh, she got 6.
Drake.
Yes.
Oh my God! I couldn't. I'm looking. I'm like,
First tiebreaker vote.
Ryan.
Yes. 2 points for Grace. First to 4. Who, besides Ian, won safety in round 10?
Maddie.
Yes. 3 points Grace. How many different people won a veto competition?
10.
No.
7.
Yes. All right, so that's it. Grace wins the final HOH competition. All right, so Tony and Caroline, you are the final nominees for this final eviction. But before Grace casts her sole vote to evict, you'll each have one chance to give your final plea on why you shouldn't be voted out. Okay? Tony, you're first.
Grace, we've been on and off the same page the entire game, but at the end of the game, we're always back on the same page. We just understand each other. It was just always there. We both worked hard. I feel like we both worked hard. I feel like we both did what we needed to do in the game. I feel like we worked our asses off. Not saying that Caroline didn't, but I just don't feel like there was as much of a game as it was between you and I. Caroline was with Ian the entire time, and yes, she was able to sway Ian when things got hard for the house, or hey, I need Ian's help, or could you talk to him for me? Yes, she was able to do those kind of things, but at the end of the day, Ian made his own decisions ultimately, and that's kind of why she's here. So, if we're being honest, who actually fought and who rode on someone's coattails? Not me.
All right? Caroline, you're up.
I wouldn't say that. We've been aligned this whole time. We made a final 2 deal. I think we both deserve to be in this spot. Final 2 spot. I mean, I was definitely playing my own game out. I've been nominated 4 times. Been on the block 4 times. I got down. I'm still here. I've been HOH. I don't know how many times. It was a lot. 4 times. I think I'm more than deserving to be on this, and I hope you stay true to your word.
All right, Claire on Grace, Brady on the nominees.
Because in my head, I'm thinking of jury, and I'm thinking of the next step. I promised Tony final 2 before I promised you. I promised him when we were over there at like 5 left, and you were in there, just me and you.
Ooh,
You never.
in the heart.
I know, I'm sorry.
Knife.
You never brought it up till then, and I always knew you were at the end, and I didn't know how that was gonna work. So.
Y'all both lying. Okay.
All right, Caroline, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Great game.
Caroline.
Interesting.
Caroline.
Bye.
All right, so Tony and Grace are our final 2. Let's give them a hand. Both of them placed 3rd last time they played. I think that's very impressive.
You placed 3rd too, girl? Wow.
Cheated.
Welcome to the world.
You said cheated.
All right, just a few stats that we got throughout the day. Tony was nominated 5 times throughout the day
I sure was.
and never won a competition.
Absolutely. Are you serious?
And the whole time, without winning a competition and being nominated 5 times, he still only got 1 vote against him. Grace was nominated only once, and she was never a final nominee up for eviction. She won POV 3 times and 2 HOHs and got 0 votes against her the whole game. All right? I think that's something important to consider as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we begin, both of you will get a chance to summarize your game or give a plea why your game should be the winning one. And then everyone will ask a question, we'll have closing statements, vote, and end this. All right? I want to thank you all for a great season. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Sorry I went so late, but
Not as late as last time.
not as late as last time. So. All right, Tony, you're first.
First, I just want to say y'all are so much fun, and I love playing this game with y'all. This is probably one of the longest but funnest days ever. But besides that, I don't know. Ultimately, it is your decision who you want to choose. Yes, Grace had better stats than I did. Did I have a shitty day today? Absolutely, because there were so many challenges that I should have won that I don't even know how I lost. And that's just the honest truth, that there's no sugarcoating that. Yes, I did get 1 vote against me. I have yet to find out who it was, but I will find out when the tapes drop. So don't think I won't know. And you will either get a DM from me on Instagram, Facebook Messenger, or a simple @ on Twitter.
Please be on Twitter.
I love him.
But also, Grace, she did play a great game. Grace played a lot of sides. I will admit, Grace knows she played a lot of sides. That's her business. That's not mine. I did not play a lot of sides. The people I told that I trusted, yes, I trusted you. But when you got evicted, it was either because that's what the house wanted, and who wants to go against the house, or 2, you were going to harm my game. That's just that. I mean, that's just the honest answer. But yeah, ultimately, yes, it is your decision. It was a fun day. Whatever you decide, that's you. I personally want to win. Will I win? I have no clue. Grace did a fantastic job today. She played Big Brother, so that's all I have to say.
All right, thank you, Tony. Grace, you're up.
Well, as Tony said, I did play a lot of sides of the house. Why? Because it got me where I am. That's all I have. But on that note, that's all I have to say. You're obviously gonna have more questions. I understand. I'll vocalize. I'll be honest. Figured. But it did get me where I am. Did I have any votes against me? No. I know I stepped on toes. I'm not an idiot. It's obvious. It's Big Brother. That's how you play the game. You have to lie, which did lie. I will admit it. I did lie, but it got me right where I am. I busted my butt in every comp. I tried my hardest, and I literally gave it all. And I think that's where it got me today. I think that's why I'm here, and yeah.
Who do I even start with?
You can start with me if you want.
I don't even know what I'm gonna ask.
Hmm.
Tony, when did y'all make this deal? This final two deal? And
Way before, and honestly, personally, I don't even think it matters anymore because when you were saying, oh, Grace is out to get you, like we have to get her out, you remember that?
Yeah.
When did that happen? Around the same time that Grace and I had made the final two. But somewhere along the way, y'all had made a final two. So when did that happen?
You want me to answer
You
that?
want to give me a timeline of all the stuff that happened between you and Grace? Because I'm waiting to hear about that too. But yet you had so much to say about Grace and how she was so awful and out to get me. But yet you were working with her.
Grace was out to get you. She was like, we need to get Tony out.
And then
That
y'all
was
made
not
a
a
final
lie.
two? Because that makes all the sense in the world.
What was it
After you
about?
said, hey, I think me and you, like, I love you. Like, we could go really far. I really do think that.
I never made a final two with you though.
Yeah, that's.
I told
I'm
you
very
that.
aware of that. I watched it happen before my eyes.
Right, any other questions?
For Grace. My ride home. To bring her home. There is nothing that will happen today that will stop her. She's still one of my best friends. Nothing will happen bringing her home. I'm putting that on the table.
Let's find out.
Let's push that boundary right now.
Loving
You
this.
played the game, girl. Oh my god, I hate you right now.
I know.
I hate you so much.
I know.
Why'd you make that final two with me?
Because last season I got screwed over with the same situation. I thought that I was a final two with someone, the other person thought they were a final two with him too. I was getting screwed over again. So I
Preach,
decided
girl,
to use
preach.
the same strategy. I made a final two with both of you. So realistically, if y'all are both doing this, the last one that I just did with you, I was going here, regardless of whichever way it went. So I did that for my personal gain to get here. It's nothing against you, it's nothing against Tony. It was for my game to get here.
A little bit against me, I'm not up there.
Just want to make a few things clear. Even though Tony did not win any competitions and he was nominated, I do respect that greatly. I respect the fact that you got this far, having not won anything. That's a great accomplishment. What do you feel was your greatest, the major part in you getting this far, having not won any competitions?
Probably, honestly, aligning with Brandon and Maddie.
Thanks.
I didn't trust you, I'm sorry, but I did. I did. I just want to say that like up front, in case you had any questions, and in case you were to ask me about that in the future, you don't have to. I didn't trust you.
I knew from the top that I'd put you up.
Yeah,
even if it wasn't
well, no, it wasn't that. It was just because every time I tried to talk to you, you put up an instant wall, and I was like, don't have time. Like, the game gotta move.
Yeah.
So, and when I talked to them, they never knew where your head was, so I was like, well, maybe he's out to get me, and I don't see it, and I'm not being stupid this go around. So,
Fair enough.
I think my best move was aligning with them, and then letting go of Brandon and leaving his alliance, because I knew if Brandon would have stayed in longer, he would have gotten further along in the game. I mean, Brandon did a great job, and everybody was worried about him.
I just wanted to ask Grace, what were your initial plans going into the game?
Initial plans going into the
First starting off, first round.
My whole strategy in this game was to fly not so much under the radar, but under someone's wing for a little while, as long as I could. And then, if I saw a shift in the house, or if I saw an opportunity to shift the house, I was going to do it. Because, realistically, I wanted to be here. I didn't want to be screwed over again. So, I tried my best. I aligned with who I needed to align with. And I'm here.
And while it's on you, I just want you to know, I knew you were trying to backdoor me, and then you gave me that BS story in the room. That was messed up, dude.
Wait, which?
I asked you straight to your face. And then you sat there and lied to me.
Which one? Like,
I went in the room, I said, hey, so what are y'all's plans? And you said, oh, I'm thinking about, who was it that he was putting up?
He said
Lauren and somebody else. Yes, and then you said, oh, if you win veto, I need you to take Lauren off. And I said, well, who are you putting up? Silence for 30 seconds. You know what my head instantly went to? He's trying to backdoor me.
yeah.
And I like it. And then guess what? Everybody else was like trying to shoo. I went and blew it all up. That's why it didn't work. I'm really sorry about that. Great move though, but I saw it coming because you hesitated too long. You should have instantly just given me a name.
What are you doing? Trying to get his vote?
He's being real, I have to be honest.
I'm just being honest.
he's coming
There's
out
no
with
time to sugarcoat. I mean, we're past that. It's the end of the game.
What do you feel like the person sitting next to you, what do you feel like was their greatest strength, and why is yours better than theirs?
What is their greatest strength? And
What
why
is their, like, you're saying what Grace's greatest strength is, and why do you think what your greatest strength is better?
Okay. Grace is good at manipulating people. Mine is better because I'm more social. That's just honest. Grace just knows she knows what to say and when to say it. And I don't know how, but she always says what she needs to say at the right time. Whatever that is, go girl, cause it's bomb. That's just how she did it. I was really social and I talked to everybody and I made it a point not to exclude people, whereas Grace did not do that as often as others. She would like come up to me and be like, I just don't want you to feel secluded and things like that, which I appreciated, but I know she only did that to me because she was trying to manipulate me, and I knew her tactic. And it worked on others, but it didn't work on me. But girl, it was good.
I think his is obviously a social game. Heck, like, he clearly didn't win any comps, so he got here by being vocalized and socializing with everyone. I think I'm better just because, like you said, I'm good at manipulating people. And I was put over the block once as a pawn. No votes against me, no one ever, the one person that had was targeting me was Drake. And what happened? He was gone the next round. I'm just saying. I'm really good at keeping a target off my back and socially talking myself out of situations.
So when was your switch?
You started getting shifty, Maddie.
Okay, because people were coming out of this house.
You started getting real shifty with me. And
When?
you stopped talking to me less and less. You know it's true. You know it's true. You know it's true. I'm trying to think. It was probably the round before we did the big house flip. Well, the big house flip that flopped.
Literally.
Okay, also, when you came up to us and you said you had that cube, and you said, and you looked at me, and you said, are we good? I said, if you vote with us, like, you're fine with me. Were you being sincere, or you were just trying to play me here?
At that moment, I actually was, until I realized that if I were to save y'all, then Ryan was going to be gone, and I felt much closer to him.
However, he was gone.
I know, he ended up leaving, and I still ended up voting for him, but I just felt
You voted
closer
to evict him, or you voted to
No, I voted for him to stay, so I voted to evict.
Me.
Yeah.
Grace. Very early on in this game, we talked about the last game we played in and what we thought should have ended up that game. And we talked about a ride or die final two kind of thing. Were you ever...
Okay, the words, I'm gonna be dead honest, the words final two had never left your mouth.
No,
so
not fine, but like more or less...
Have your back?
Yeah, we have each other's back through this game. Was that for real? And if
It was for real until I saw that you were in trouble. When I saw that you didn't start to have the votes, and I was like, "That's true. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not putting myself in that situation just for my own sake."
Can I
And you went,
something?
hey, I'm with...
Yes. I was the I'm sorry.
We knew.
It was me.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
know.
Wait, so
It was me. I voted out Harley.
Everybody knew. Madison called
I knew
it.
he knew whenever he walked out.
Madison called it. Madison, I was sitting beside.
I told you.
Lauren.
It was me.
He was repping for you the whole game, and I went, dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
What was, if you had like a biggest regret, if you had any?
That I didn't have to hurt Caroline to get up here. That's like my one thing. Another thing is, I did lie to people, but y'all wouldn't have known about it unless I had said it. Just now. Y'all would have waited and found out.
When the tape drops.
I saw you lie right in front of me, and I didn't say anything about it. I feel like I should have, but I remember seeing you.
When?
Whenever we were with her, we had just came from over there, and you were like, she was like, yeah, Tony has power, and you're like, what? I didn't know that, or like something about a power. Like you were lying right in front of me. And I was
you
like,
really had my back. That's sweet.
I told you.
Yeah, girl.
Literally, like I literally took you off the block like 5 times because I had
We're
your
still
back
up
and you had
5
mine
times.
because I thought it was mutual. That's
who was your most trusted ally in the game? I wrote it down.
mine switched. Dead honest. I didn't really have,
too.
Yeah, I didn't really trust anyone because I got screwed over last time. I put all my trust in one person. So I put my trust into different people and put it where it needed to be at the time.
Yeah.
I put it into Tony, and then
Our trust went in and out.
it went in and out because
It was sketch.
it was sketch. Because I saved him a bunch of times, and I was like, pay me back, and it's fine. I'm like an eye for an eye. That's how I see it, and that's how I saw it with him. I knew I couldn't always trust him, but I knew as long as I stayed loyal and as long as I stayed honest with him, I'd be okay.
Yeah. I wasn't winning comp, so the only thing that I could do was pull her name out of people's mouths and just make sure that it shifted somewhere else. So instantly when people said, I think we need to go for Grace next, and I'm like, you think maybe we should go for somebody a bit smaller? Like, what do you think? And make sure somebody else said a name, and then
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not mad at all. But honey, you played me and my people like a fiddle, and I commend the hell out of that. That was great. Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. But Tony, I'm not saying I'm mad, and I'm not saying I don't believe it. But before you realized how big a threat I was, how much of what we were...
oh, that was all genuine.
I felt it. I told you. I trusted Tony. You didn't believe me.
Yeah, that was all genuine.
No, he didn't believe
Yeah,
it.
I was flaking on Tony the whole time.
I felt Tony.
I felt like we were rocking and rolling.
I felt like you
and
could have, but I thought that you had
I just
too
didn't
much
know
there.
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it was just.
I was scared.
Now that I've had conversations with everybody else, I see that we could have had a lot more with different people. Because like where our heads were all in different places, we could have put them together. We were
The only reason why I turned on y'all was because I had worked with Ryan before.
Yeah.
And naturally, when you trust somebody for a longer period of time, you instantly want to have trust with that person again.
I don't blame you.
And that's what it was.
Okay, so did you approach him with the alliance, or
I
did
did.
you? Okay.
It was that time when we were standing in that corner, and you started to walk up, and I said, "Give me a second."
That's when
Okay, so timeline. It was that round where you and Ian were like, "Let's get Tony out now," and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, no! I had your back. I was loyal to you. I was
You
so
actually
loyal to
were,
you."
and I actually trusted you. I stopped trusting you literally at the end of the game. That was literally it.
Did you trust her whenever we were in the laundry room and you were like, just so all these 3 people are witnesses? Did you trust her or did you not trust her?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Like I said, I did lie. I did go behind people's backs, and I was on 2 sides of the house the whole time. But I did that to keep myself safe. And as soon as like someone said my name, they were gone. And that's the thing. I was never put on the block. Actually, I was once. But I was as a pawn, and I took myself home to beat it. I busted my butt in competitions. I clearly showed that in the last 5-6 rounds. Like I was a great competitor. I consider myself to have a good social game. I had to manipulate people to get where I am now. I apologize if I hurt feelings. I really didn't mean to do that, to hurt personal feelings. I love all y'all. But yeah, I did what I had to do where I am. And yeah.
Y'all, Grace played a bomb game. She did everything she needed to do. She played both sides of the house. She was fantastic at everything she did. Not only did she succeed at it, she was marvelous. I held my alliances with everybody as long as I could. I never made promises that I could not keep. That's one thing that I did not do. And I made very sure of that. And I also made sure that I just laid low. No, I did not win competitions. No, I was never head of household. No, I never won power of veto. But I did know how to talk to people. I knew when to talk to people. I knew when to save my ass and when to save other people's asses that I knew was on my team and that I needed to keep safe. And that's what I did. Ultimately, it's up to you guys. And at the end of the day, you're going to do what you think is best for what your game was as a whole, because that's what it comes down to. But Grace was fantastic, and that can't be denied at all. The statistics prove it. I mean, the girl was like rocking and rolling the entire damn game. Like, you can't even blame her. So, thank you.
After a lot of game, here we are at the end. Good luck to both of you. Great game to both of you. Many of the jurors said that they had a tough time deciding between both of you. I think both of you played an amazing game and really showed strengths all across the board. So I'm proud of both of you and thank you for giving us a great season. Okay? And also, yeah, thank y'all for a great season. Please give a hand for our film crew and our crew. Sacrifice their whole day and get just as stressed as y'all probably, but without all the reward. Okay?
Hey,
So-
and a quick applause to you.
Yes.
Oh, ice and feet.
All right. Okay, so here we go. It's a jury of 9, so you need 5 votes. Good luck to both of you, even though I know what happens.
Yeah.
First vote. Caroline voted for Grace. That's one vote, Grace. Next vote. Madison voted for Tony. Next vote. Greg voted for Grace. Sorry. Next vote. Lauren voted for Tony. That's 2 votes for. Next vote. Ian voted for Grace. That's 3 votes Grace, 2 votes Tony. Next vote. Kip voted for Grace. That's 4 votes Grace, 2 votes Tony. Next vote. Brandon voted for the winner of Big Brother 12, Grace.
Good job, girl.